Weiß Bescheid. Intendo.
Welcome to all Caribbean entrepreneurs. If you've been ready and waiting to take your business digital and get paid online while you sip something strong on the beach, this podcast is for you. We'll hear from the Caribbean's finest entrepreneurs on topics like e-commerce, business development, brand building, social media, their wins and failures. This is the only place in the region helping you navigate the digital age from the Caribbean's perspective. This is Digipreneur FM. And now, let's give it up for the Digiboss himself, Mr. Karan Rose.
Thank you. We are back with yet another episode of Digipreneur FM. This is episode number 6, and honestly, it is such a pleasure to be here talking to you about one of my favorite things in the world, digital entrepreneurship. It is the thing that I really believe that can really push the Caribbean forward. The people can become self-reliant. They can tap in to the global economy, and they can start to earn money from any part of the world right here in the region. Digital entrepreneurship is the way forward, and is how many of our small, medium, micro-sized businesses are going to be able to not just, get back on their feet, but really thrive if they embrace the digital age. And this program, Digipreneur FM, is a medium that we're going to be consistently putting out audio masterclasses for you guys to be able to tune in from anywhere in the region and take these lessons and apply them. This is not just going to be things specific to one country in the region. We're going to be talking about strategies and things you can do. And we're also going to be bringing in experts from around the region as well, because the Caribbean is kind of fragmented. The rules, regulations in all of our countries are a tad bit different. So I definitely want to bring in, the experts from each of these different countries to kind of give us the things that have been working for them, that have allowed them to thrive. That way, again, collectively, this is that place where all of us in the region can tune in and be able to learn and grow our business and do it through the digital platforms. So today's episode number 6 with your boy, Mr. Karan Rose. Today's episode is one brand, 10 multiple streams of income. And we're going to be diving into how you can create multiple revenue streams for your business without having to look like a crazy person that is, doing the most. 1 minute you're mowing lawns, the next minute you're selling things online, and then you're a plumber. Like we want to be able to show you how you could take your one brand and create multiple streams of revenue than just having to do a wide variety of different things across different industries. All right. So without further ado, let us get into it. 10 ways you can create multiple streams of income within one brand. I hope you guys are in a position where you have the notepad and you got a pen. Maybe you guys are listening to me and you guys are doing a workout. No problem. Or maybe you're on the beach sipping something strong. I'm glad to be with you on that beach as well. So the number one way, and again, these things are in no particular order, but again, we're gonna dive into taking one brand and multiple streams of income. So let's get ready. So the first stream of income, and this is what we typically like to call one of the lowest hanging fruits in almost any brand, and that is one-on-one coaching. The reality with one-on-one coaching is that as long as you are one step ahead of someone else, you are able to coach somebody. You are able to train them to get to where you have gotten. And where you have gotten might only really be just one step ahead of that person. But as long as you are a step ahead of someone, there will always be the opportunity for one-on-one coaching, which is why it is considered one of the lowest hanging fruits, because anybody can, begin training anybody. As long as you have gotten some form of results, as long as you have gotten tangible results in your business, in your brand, and you are somebody that is known in your space, one of the lowest hanging fruits for you is going to be one-on-one coaching. Now, the pro to one-on-one coaching is that you just need to make the decision that, it's a service you're going to be offering, and you can train anybody to get to where you are, right? The con to one-on-one coaching is that you are essentially trading your time for dollars. And the only way for you to scale up that particular service is by creating more value and increasing your rates. All right? At the end of the day, the only way to increase the amount of money for you to earn on one-on-one coaching is for you to increase your rates. And it might not be something that you can't just go from charging $100 an hour to $2,000 an hour overnight. Right? So that does take some planning to be able to increase your rates and kind of scale that up. All right. But one-on-one coaching, that's the first way you could create a revenue stream within your business. And again, you could do that for almost any business. If you're a mechanic and you own a shop, you could train up somebody else to do stuff in the shop, right? And they could pay you for that training. Anybody can train. Anybody can do one-on-one coaching. The next stream of income, and keep in mind, these are in no particular order. I just jotted down some of the ways that I really believe that people can make money with their brand in the digital space. The next way we're gonna talk about is Google AdSense. So Google AdSense is a platform that you sign up with, that if you want to get paid via YouTube, or if you want to have Google run ads on your websites, Google AdSense is what controls the monetization for those platforms. So when the more views you get on your YouTube channel, and I mean, there's a wide variety of factors that go into how YouTube pays out, but you're going to sign up with Google AdSense in order to get paid from YouTube. And also, what if you're not a YouTube creator, but you have websites, you're a blogger, you could run Google AdSense on your website, and it would display dynamic ads that would pertain to the visitor that's coming to your website. And when they click through, you get paid for all of the clicks for those ads being run on your website. And you could earn money like that. So Google AdSense is another great way of making money and generating another revenue stream for your business. And the best part is it's pretty much passive. All you need to really do is focus on creating the best content, and the more views and the bigger following you can grow on YouTube, you'll be able to get paid. And same thing with your website. If you're running ads on your website, the more visitors you can bring back to your website, there's more opportunities you're going to be able to get those ads in front of people. And if they click through, then you're getting paid. The big question that always gets asked with respects to monetizing YouTube and AdSense with your website is, can Caribbean folks do it? The answer is yes. We have too many Caribbean content creators that are YouTubers or bloggers getting paid via Google AdSense. And I'm one of them. I don't get paid. I haven't. So one of the misconceptions with YouTube is that, people think that you cannot get paid out from YouTube in the Caribbean. Yes. The problem is that most of the people who are trying to get paid off of YouTube that are complaining that it's not possible, it's because you don't meet the requirements. And the requirements to get paid out on YouTube is you need to have 1,000 subscribers and you need to have 4,000 watch hours in one calendar year before they give you the ability to monetize. With your website, you could just set up Google AdSense and connect Google AdSense to your website, and Google will start to automatically start to run ads on the website, and you get paid from day one. How they pay out is Google pays out in two ways. So Google pays out via check they mail you a check in US dollars to your address. So I receive checks in the mail from Google in US dollars. So they mail you out with checks in US dollars, or you can set up direct deposit and they will deposit the funds directly in your bank account. So there are some people that have the direct deposit set up and others are just receiving the checks. But Google AdSense that controls, the ads on your website and also monetization on YouTube is available in the Caribbean. People that are saying it's not possible, chances are they simply don't qualify to be monetizable on YouTube, and that's why they believe that they're not allowed to monetize off of YouTube. But again, if you're creating content, don't get stuck up on just trying to make AdSense money. I don't really care about whether or not AdSense pays me, because when I create my content for YouTube, it generates opportunities and generates business for me that I'm making money from day one, right? I shouldn't just say day one, but I'm making money because I'm getting clients and people are booking me, or they're purchasing products or they're purchasing services or whatever. And, YouTube has not paid me, but it's generating business for me because they're watching my YouTube videos, right? But I do get paid from the ads on my website. So I still get paid from Google AdSense, which is the same thing that controls YouTube monetization. So the third stream of income. Again, this episode is titled One Brand, 10 Multiple Streams of Income, or 10 streams of income. The third way to generate revenue within your brand is sponsorships, right? So again, the goal to make money is never to make it all from one source. You want to be able to create a brand that has an ecosystem that is able to get paid in a variety of ways. So sponsorships are, if you build your brand, and it's your brand is something that is, you have influence, you have a following. If companies that are aligned with your brand and what you are about, if there are products and services that you are using from specific companies, and the alignment makes sense, then you can reach out to the company, or the company can reach out to you, and you can now do sponsored content. Maybe you become a brand ambassador for that company and you guys go on this journey together. You guys both go on a journey to educating your audience or serving your audience, however the partnership works. But that sponsorship is another good way to make money. So you're offering one-on-one coaching, you're making money over there, you're monetizing from your YouTube, where you have ads running on your website with all the traffic coming back, you're making some money over here, and now a brand comes along and says, hey, we love what you're doing, you are fully aligned with our mission, we want you to be a brand ambassador, or we want to sponsor your content, or do a sponsored ad or a sponsored post, what have you, and that's another way to make money within your brand. Same brand. All right, one brand, you're doing the same thing. But we've already just discussed 3 ways to get money. The fourth way to add revenue to your brand is merch. Merch is a great way to add another revenue stream to your brand. If your brand is popular and you start to get into, and again, there's so many variations of merch, and regardless of whether your brand is a fun brand, if it's a corporate brand, if it's fun, there is a merch for everybody, and that merch could be in the form of cups, it could be in the form of pens, t-shirts, swags. It doesn't matter. There's a wide variety of different types of merch that can be done for every single brand to fit, what you guys are trying to do. Merch can be used, it's primarily used for building brand awareness, but it can also be used to really generate money within your brand, especially if your brand is really popular. You can go ahead and sell merch, and if your stuff is really catchy or it's fly, people are going to purchase that. People are going to purchase your merch, and that's another revenue stream in your business. All right. So one brand so far, we've just knocked down 4 ways to earn money. Let's keep it going. The fifth stream of income we're going to dive into is e-learning courses. E-learning courses are an amazing digital product for your brand to produce to generate funds. You could create a course. So let's just say if I am a YouTube creator, I could create a digital course teaching people about YouTube. And once you create that course, it is now a digital product that people can subscribe. They can buy the course, and people are able to keep on purchasing. You're going to be able to drive more traffic to the platform. The more people signing up for the courses, the more money in your pocket. And again, you create it once, and because it's digital, it's going to be on your website or on any one of the learning management platforms like a Teachable or a Thinkific, or you could put it up on Udemy, and you'd be able to generate income from that e-learning course that you created. Okay? So that's the fifth way. The sixth way you could generate income within your business is to use your skills as a service. Using your skills as a service. So if we're going to look at a YouTuber again, what does a YouTuber do? The YouTuber is typically creating content. So they might be creating video content. They might be creating photography. They might be amazing at storytelling on social media and learning how to maximize those platforms. These are services that you could offer to the public. And if you have grown a huge following, trust and believe some of the biggest people that have the budget are going to be reaching out to you to say, yo, can you consult with us to help us strategize on our content strategy? Or, you're an amazing videographer. How much is it going to cost for you to shoot our next commercial, or for you to shoot our content? And you could use your skill set as a professional service and generate income. It's one of the biggest ways you can really get paid, especially when you are known for something. So I teach people how to take their businesses online and how to monetize from the Caribbean's perspective, the different ways to monetize in the Caribbean, the different platforms to use, the strategies to drive traffic to their platforms. And as much as I talk about it because I do it for my own brand, the more I teach about it, companies reach out to me and say, hey, you know what? We love what you're doing. We see your portfolio and the work that you've done on your own platform. Can you come and do that for us? And if the opportunity is right, then I would go and render that service to that company. So that's another great way to earn money within your brand, using your skill set as a professional service. So that was what? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go on to number 7. The seventh way to generate money within your brand is through drop shipping. So drop shipping is a fulfillment method. And that fulfillment method means that you are not stocking the product. You have a platform. You're talking about a product, and when somebody comes to your website and they place the order, either you have it set up that your supplier, your drop shipping partner, would receive the order, and you would get paid. Your supplier gets paid, and your supplier is the one that fulfills the order. So they're going to ship those things out directly to the customer, but you would not stock the product. So you're going to be focusing on building your platform, educating, creating entertainment content. And when somebody comes to buy, your drop shipping partner is going to be the one that is going to send the product from their warehouse, and they're going to be sending it out to your clientele. Dropshipping is an amazing way to generate money within your business, especially because you do not have to stock the products. You do not need to have a physical store. You just need to work with a dropshipping partner. And there's plenty of dropshipping partners. Google dropshipping partners, and you will see a laundry list, and you guys can work out, which one you want to use and how it integrates into your platform. And even if you don't integrate directly with one of the dropshipping partners, one of the things I do for dropshipping is I look to see which suppliers I can get discounted prices for products on, and I would place the order myself. So for phones, my supplier doesn't offer direct drop shipping, but what I can do is I still have my website. My clients go to my website, they make the purchases for the products. I would then go to my supplier, order the products, they ship it to me, and as soon as it lands here in Trinidad in my hands, I have my local logistics partner, our local courier. I send the request to send one of the couriers over and they come and collect it. Usually the same day that I'm getting an item is the same day that my local courier comes and picks it up and they go ship it anywhere within Trinidad and Tobago. So again, you have those types of options. You can connect directly to somebody's backend, one of the drop shipping partners, or you could place the orders yourself and have it come to you and then organize with the local courier. Or if the company that you're purchasing the products from, if they can ship it directly to the customer, again, you can do that. And you can do that without having to connect your backend of your website with this logistics partner. All right. You know how you could have the billing address and the delivery address different. You could have it delivered directly to your customer. So again, there's different ways to set up drop shipping and do drop shipping. You don't just need to be able to have a website to directly connect to an AliExpress. Okay. Next on the list, private group membership. So you can organize private groups, and in that groups, it could be masterminds. You could have a private mastermind session, private mastermind groups, and charge people entry to be in the mastermind group. So again, if we're going to be using a YouTuber, let's just say you have a private group and you charge people a membership fee, and within that membership fee, you are going live, you are teaching, you're giving resources, you are working with people, and it's more hands-on, and you're helping people grow within that private group membership. And the beautiful thing about memberships is that it's monthly recurring income. You know that if you have 10 memberships, 10 people paying a membership fee, you could account, unless they cancel, but you could account that those 10 people are going to be there next month, and you could set it up so that the money for the membership fees is automatically coming out of their credit card. So they would have to go in and cancel it. Otherwise, it's just automatically coming out of their credit card, and they're going to be showing up in the group, and you have that monthly recurring predictable revenue coming in. Right? So look at that. Again, that's 8. We're at 8. That was 8 ways to add streams of income to one brand. Number 9 is to sell ad space on your website or do brand shout outs on social media. So when the number 2 way that I was talking about with Google AdSense would be using Google AdSense and installing the code on your website, and then Google can run ads. And then unless you get thousands of traffic to your website for Google AdSense to really make sense, Google AdSense might not be the most sensible thing for you to do if you want to be able to generate money directly on the website for ads. What you could do is, if you are popular and you're now getting started, you could definitely sell ad space on your website. Go to companies, charge a small fee, and sell ad space on your website, and you would make more money selling ad space out the gate than you would doing AdSense, because Google AdSense really takes up time to build traffic to your website, and then people have to click on the ad in order to be paid out. Versus if you have ad space and you're selling ad space on your website, people are paying you upfront to advertise their brand and get a clickable link on your website going back to their website. So selling ad space on your website is a surefire way, versus Google AdSense is all based on people coming to the website, but then you also having to click on the ad in order for you to be able to get paid. Brand shoutouts on social media. So if you have a huge following, you can most definitely shout brands out on your social media. You could do brand shoutouts on social media, and they would pay you whatever fee you would have set up for that service that you would be rendering to those brands. So that is selling ad space on your websites and also doing brand shoutouts on social media. That's kind of like a little 2-in-1 there, right? And the 10th way to create an additional revenue stream in your brand. So again, this topic is one brand, 10 streams of income, right? So the 10th way that you could add another revenue stream within your brand is setting up Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee or any one of those subscription-based services for content creators where your audience would sign up, they would take on a membership for your Patreon. they would pay this membership fee every single month for exclusive content. So you could do a buy me a coffee, you could set up a Patreon, and you're essentially going to be allowing your audience into a bit of a private community, and they'd be getting exclusive content within your brand, right? And if you have a loyal following and you're creating a lot of content, there are people making some really good bank off of Patreon. But again, keep in mind that as somebody who is, creating content, whether you're a B2B person and you're creating content to generate business, you could do all of these things, right? And also if you are a content creator, and putting out stuff for any purpose, it could be entertainment, for anything really. All of these methods are going to be part of how you get paid. And every single revenue stream, it all adds up. Every single thing adds up and you're able to make some really good money. So if you were thinking about, what is the framework for me to go to become a full-time creator, you can look at all of these different ways of generating revenue for a business. And you could start to reverse engineer to see exactly, what can you start to put in place from now. And as you start to grow your business, grow your following, and you're putting out content and yada, 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 you will start to see money coming in from each of these particular revenue streams. And again, it won't be long before you can make that decision where if you are somebody who has a full-time job and you're doing this part-time, it won't be long for you to say, you know what, maybe if I'm in a position where I could probably quit my job now and go into this full-time because I'm making close to what I was making full-time. And now I could probably dedicate more time, more resources into growing this thing and scaling it up. So these are 10 different ways you can earn money within your brand. And again, B2B businesses can do it, and B2C customers can definitely do it. And content creators who are just creating content for the viewing public can do each and every one of these things, right? This, my friends, is the end of today's episode. I really wanted to get to number 6 within the first week of launching and then kind of scale back. But I wanted to have, a good bit of content for those who are now getting the time to come into the Digipreneur FM podcast to be able to, to binge, to hit play from episode 1. And, I could carry you out throughout the entire day. I definitely wanted to have enough content for you guys to at least be able to catch 2 or 3 episodes, and binge on some of that content. So that's why this opening week, I wanted to get 6 episodes down packed, and we definitely did that. The reviews of this first week have been really, really great. I'm super stoked that you guys are enjoying the content. And this is going to be, again, this is a huge project. There's a lot of things that we have in store. I cannot wait till we get into the interviews and we start to bring in some of the other Caribbean experts and have those conversations about digital entrepreneurship and building in the digital landscape, and doing it from the Caribbean, because this is good information for people living here to start to change their own perspective and get that paradigm shift that they need to start thinking digital. But then this is great for the diaspora, because people in the diaspora can come here and learn about what's happening in the space. So when they decide, they do like Mr. Rose and they say, I'm ready to leave the US or I'm ready to leave the UK. Let me come and spend some time, with the family in the Caribbean. They know that there are things that they can do digitally. And it's not just people, sleeping in hammocks and drinking coconut water and relaxing on the beach all day, every day. Like, they know that there are things here that they can put in place to start a business online. And they're now able to be a remote worker and work from anywhere and sip something strong on the beach, But this is that place for you guys to be able to come and learn and consume. So I really can't wait to start bringing in the guests, and that's going to be coming very soon. I have some great content lined up for you guys to bring in other experts and talk on different topics to push the Caribbean region. All right. So this was episode number 6. As always, I encourage you that if you enjoyed this episode, please definitely drop a review, rate the podcast, give this a share. There is somebody in your network that needs to hear this. Definitely give the podcast a share. This might be the information they need to turn their entire life around. All right. And we're all about sharing. Sharing is caring, folks. What did the Care Bears tell you? Sharing is caring. So this is it for me. Episode 6. It's your boy, Karen Rose. I can't wait to see you in the next episode. All right. Take care.
You've been listening to the Digiboss, Karan Rose. We hope your notepad was filled after this episode. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. The learning doesn't stop, folks. And to make sure you don't miss any gems from the Digiboss, go over and follow him on all social media platforms at Karan Rose. Folks, don't just sit there with a notepad. We need you to implement at least one thing into your business before the next episode. That's the only way your business levels up. Thanks for listening to Digipreneur FM. Now go be great.